I do apologise. Am I disturbing you?
No, please. Do come in, Mrs.
My name is Miss Alice de Bouvier. I'm Mr. Holmes' new neighbour.
Oh, I didn't have the pleasure to... I am Dr. John Watson. Could we provide you with any assistance?
Oh, she is not the concern, Watson.
I'm... Then, what is this about?
That child standing sniffling behind her. Get rid of him, Watson.
But he is shivering with cold. And he is upset. What happened to him?
Little Tom knocked at the wrong door.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh, boy, come in. Warm yourself by the fire. Can I offer you a cup of tea, Miss de Bouvier?
Well,
It is not as though we are disturbing you-know-who. Are we?
I suppose not.
Since you are our new neighbor, it is perhaps better that you know what he's like.
You're starting to worry me.
Well, Mr. Holmes is relapsing. This illness that he has seizes him when he finds himself with nothing to do. He becomes completely asocial. And alas, this is a very difficult, medically incurable case. Now, this must stay between us.
Of course, I understand. How very sad.
But there is a cure, if only a temporary one. A thrilling inquiry. Most certainly. If he refuses this one, then his condition will worsen.
Oh, I am still here, you know. I didn't fall out of the window. Very well, then.
Thank you, miss.
Now tell me, boy, what brings you here?
It's my father, sir. He's missing. I don't know what to do.
What's his name?
George Hurst, sir.
And when was the last time you saw him?
3 weeks ago. He left for a new job. But this time, he was acting a bit strange and angry.
Missing, eh? And what do the police say?
The police, they don't believe me. They say he's just abandoned me. But that's a lie.
Three weeks? That's a long time.
Well, every day I thought he would show up. And anyway, I can look after myself.
What
were you thinking? You and your father are both at risk. You should have come to me much earlier.
I was afraid. I ain't got no family, and I've got no other place to go. If our landlord finds out that Father left me, he'll throw me out on the street.
Tom, you've been very resourceful. We shall be discreet.
If only my mother was still here.
Strange. In what way?
He said to me, "Son, I'm out on a special job. Don't you dare move from here." I think something went wrong.
Very well. Your address, please, Tom.
12 Dorset Street, the first floor, door E. It's in Whitechapel, sir. But I ain't got no money to pay.
Who asked for money, Tom? Your case seems to be the very medicine I need. I'll meet you there shortly.
Oh, thank you, sir.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Poor child. Holmes, you should help. Poor child. Holmes, you should help him.
Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire. My analysis table. It's useful for my work. A map of London and its surroundings. Watson documents our adventures in here. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. These streets are too narrow for the cab. I'll have to walk. North Street. Dorset Street.
'Tis our home, Mr. Holmes. I hope you'll find my father soon.
So that's why you came to see me. Tom probably reads at night. A collection of worn-out and second-hand books. George Hurst was
Father bought all those books for me. He didn't tell me, but I know that he pawned his coat for them. My mother, sir, she died when I was very young. My father told me what she was like, but that's all I have.
I'm sorry, Tom. Hurst covered his bills ahead of time, thus providing Tom with security and sustenance. Well, I can see the preparations for peasant soup, a clever concoction for somebody with apparently no culinary skills. Food's running low. It's already 3 weeks since George Hurst's disappearance. So that's what. It's too dark.
The roof leaks all the time. Father used to fix it.
Just some old things. A leather satchel, what's in? Well, I can see the preparations for peasant soup, a clever concoction for somebody with apparently no culinary skills.
Please, sir, find my father.
Food's running low. Old clothes, soiled and worn. Old clothes, soiled and worn. The Old Tabard Pub, North Street. The Old Tabard Pub, North Street.
Please, sir, find...
The Old Tabard Pub, North Street. Glue.
Good day, Mr. Holmes.
Well, if it isn't young Wiggins. And I see you found yourself a job.
If you can call it that. I hate it. But if you've got any proper work for me...
I just might be in need of your assistance later. Wait here.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
North Street. There's nobody at home.
Whitechapel never changes. Dirt and beggars everywhere.
I couldn't pay the rent last week.
Pumpkin! Cabbage! Cheap!
Rich folk feed meat to their dogs.
Living costs are too much these days. My son has to work down the sewers.
I need to Earwig to find out who is offering this special job.
Equality for the working class.
I'm glad I'm my own boss. I can complain only to myself. Or to Watson.
The man who's offering that special job has a proper set of mutton chop whiskers. The child labour law sent your kids to school instead of the coal mine.
There's no one to eavesdrop on.
The child labour law sent your kids to school instead of the coal mine.
There's no one to
gods,
eavesdrop
no
on.
masters.
No. That fellow who's offering the special jobs, he never drinks alcohol.
So, the man I'm looking for has whiskers and never drinks alcohol.
Bosses beware. When we're screwed, we multiply.
This must be the man that I'm looking for. Interesting. Missing person. I should find out more.
Dump the bosses off your backs. Dump the bosses off your backs.
No gods, no masters.
Dump the bosses off your backs. Bosses beware. When we're screwed, we multiply. Bosses beware. When we're screwed, we multiply.
On, stronger together, stronger than ever.
Bosses beware. When we're screwed, we multiply.
You see that gentleman? I need you to follow him and report back to me.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
Whitechapel never changes. Dirt and beggars everywhere.
I couldn't pay my rent last week.
Pumpkin! Cabbage! Cheap!
They won't let me pass. I'll need to find another way.
Rich folk feed meat to their dogs.
Living costs are too much these days. My son has to work down the sewers. He's over.
Stop crying and get to work.
I'll be able to continue the chase if I climb up the chimney, but it's dangerous.
Stupid kid.
Please, you don't have to beat him. I'll do it.
Go on then.
He's still here, that's a relief.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
No place to hide here. We'd better go through the yard.
Oi, what are you doing in my garden?
These shoe shines. Hey Jim, can you lend me your kit? I'm on a secret mission for Mr. Holmes. It's dirty. I should use a damp cloth.
Did you fall asleep?
He's ready for brushing.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm still learning. He's talking with a cabby. We need to get closer. Dan, I need to find him.
At last the weather's good. Last week was freezing.
I'm praying it doesn't get cold again. I've no money for coal.
I can't lose him now. Interesting. What's going on in the yard? Do only 2 people live here? I wish one was me. Do only 2 people... A lot of expensive stuff. Ah, a coat of arms. It might help Mr. Holmes. I'll make a drawing of it. I can't see what's inside. It's too dangerous to enter. Wow. I can't see what's inside. I can't see what's inside. It's too dangerous to enter. I can't leave yet. I'm not finished here. Bags of food. I like this house. Time to report to Mr. Holmes. Let's get outside before I get caught.
Wigan's tale was quite unusual. What do you make of what he found, Holmes?
Wiggins did a good job.
Holmes, we need to help poor Tom.
That's not the one. That's not. Here it is. So this man could be Lord Marsh. Huh. A lord who hangs around in a public house. Let's pay a visit to Lord Marsh. We'll pretend that we're interested in his charitable activities.
Mr. Holmes, you have a visitor.
I'll just ask him to wait.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. This young lady refuses to wait for anything.
What?
Father!
Caitlin!
Miss Caitlin's boarding school was flooded. Everyone was sent home.
As if it could smell any mustier.
My word, how is it possible that you have grown up so fast?
You'll be staying. Wherever will we put you?
Holmes, I'll give her my room, of course.
What do you have to say, Kate?
You're on a new case. A respectable lady who's being blackmailed? Or is it a love story between a prince and a suffragist?
However did you guess?
You will tell me, won't you, Father?
But you'll make Watson jealous.
All right then, have fun. I'll go and unpack. Will you help me, Mrs. Hudson?
It's wonderful to have Kate home.
Brave Toby, the best. Brave Toby, the best.
Holmes, about Caitlin.
Yes?
She has grown up, hasn't she? Don't you think it's time to tell her?
To tell her what, Watson?
Well, about her father.
Never. Absolutely never. Do you hear me?
Holmes, you were responsible for the death of her father. You owe her the truth. She is old enough now.
I would lose her. Can't you see that? She must never know, Watson. Is that clear?
Holmes.
It won't and can't happen.
Let's get inside. Let's get in.